Start by saying I'm completely unqualified to talk about any of this shit. Okay, not a lot of people, not a lot of people say this at the beginning of whatever content they're making. But I am unqualified to talk about any of this shit. This is just my opinion, whatever. Okay, take some who cares. People might watch it, people might not watch it. Who cares? Okay, and so just my name's Nate Zinfandel. With that kind of a fucking name, I mean, what, I mean, question that's been popping up in my mind, for the past I don't know, for the past fucking couple days, you know, with all this new content, about the D4vd, whatever, like, the new update, no new update, nobody knows, what's gonna happen, no one knows, and I figured it out. I think no one really just put themselves in the position of the parents. Okay, they lost a child, and everybody just running to make the next video about the story, but nobody stops to really think about the victim. And I think that's a problem, because as much as people, they make great content, right? They cover the story, and as they should. So it can be good, it can be not good. There's channels dedicated to this guy. But this do people stop and think about the victim? It's a child that lost their life, right? It's a child that lost, that was, it's a child's life that was cut too short. And I mean, I think at some point, I mean, they just got to arrest the guy. I mean, the guy was clearly in a relationship with, you know. I mean, I don't understand. They talk about the murder. I mean, I understand yeah, but I mean, it wasn't just that. No. So I mean, if you've been living under a rock, okay, you've probably heard of the D4vd story. Okay, I mean, I mean, you know, this popular singer. I didn't know who he was, but whatever, man. I'm I- I'm a loser, right? I'm a loser. I didn't know who he was, but not everyone is such a loser like me. Now every time I see a new update about the D4vd case, I actually, I don't expect anything anymore. It's just like, I know it's going to be just the same recycled bullshit over and over. I mean, I guess it's making, the D4vd case is making great. People are are able to create those channels that are dedicated to this guy. You know, I mean, every time I see it's become so ridiculous. This case, every time I see new update, I know I know that there's 99.9% chance it's just going to be the same information, just repeated. The same information from 2 weeks ago, and then they'll add like some kind of nuance, whatever. You know, he'll make a face. The guy. Most people, they didn't know about this guy. They had no idea he existed, right? They've never heard one of his songs in my entire life. But because he killed a 13, 14-year-old girl, and he apparently was, he was having sex with that, apparently. Well, that really shook the entire world, And from the beginning, people have been wondering, why the hell is this guy not arrested? Because I think that if it would have been anyone else, just the fact that a body is discovered in your car, just owning the car, I think, in my opinion, is enough to arrest anyone. But not only that, I think, I mean, the overwhelming evidence that the internet has dug up, and that is just there, to incriminate this guy for having a relationship with a minor. I mean, that's something that I don't understand why they don't even talk about that. They just talk about the murder. But I mean, this guy could be in custody for clearly having had a relationship with this now deceased young girl, and so no one understands what's going on, right? It's like it's like a bad joke. I don't want to call it a joke because somebody lost their life, but it's like you think you're protected, right? But then when it comes time to solve a real crime, the LAPD or any fucking body of authority, whatever, they do the bare minimum, right? They do the bare minimum. I mean, they rather argue about if the body was frozen or not frozen instead of just instead of cutting to the chase, which would be why is this you know a pedophile slash murderer still free? Okay, and it's been a cash grab for most channels, as you can see right here. Okay, we've got this guy now covering the story. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this guy, but I mean, I think he could probably wear another hat. I think he doesn't have enough hats. You know, during the same video, he also transforms into the Little Red Riding Hood. Now he's no hat, but he has a candle. At least he has a candle, right? So like he looks like a fool, but he at least has a candle. So you know what else? What else? What else? I'm not even gonna play the video because I thought because it's always like this. Okay, so you see this right here. Okay, right here. Okay, you see this. Okay, you see this new development changes everything, and then I mean you're like God, like oh, this is something new. Okay. Then you start watching it and you realize that it's the same garbage fucking information that's been recycled, you know, just recycled and recycled, and you're like, oh my god, man. I mean, it's like they're doing it on purpose now. It's such a clown show. I mean, like it's a clown show. I mean, really, it's like at this point, I don't know if they're going to arrest the guy or if they're going to give him a Nobel Prize. I mean, there's channels that are dedicated to just this guy, man. I mean, I feel like I don't know, like I feel like it's wrong. This was a child. I mean, it's wrong. That's my opinion. I don't know. What's your opinion? I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't have a lot of opinions in life, but that's my opinion. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, okay. Have a great day.